Hi everyone, let's zoom into my low time frame and micro scenario, starting with my preferred low time frame Elliott Wave scenario, where this is wave 3, 4, looking for 5 to the upside. Inside this green 5, we then have the blue count, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where we are still working on this wave 3, and wave 3 can be quite extended. So a minimum target for wave 3 is the 1.618, which you have reached. However, usually the wave 3 wave is the most extended wave in an impulse, so the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulsive structure. Usually wave 3 is the most powerful and the longest one, with targets that can be extended all the way up, where for example 35k is also still a target with the 4.236 over here. Now we already reached the minimum target at least for wave 3, and if we look at the count inside this wave 3, we could count it with the yellow one, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. Now if this is true, and this is then an interesting target area for wave 5, that would end wave 3 before then a correction in 4 and then a wave 5 to the upside. Now the reason I have a white box over here has to do then with the target area for this wave 5. So if this is 3 and we have this 4, and I'll show you on the micro count what this is, we then have the most common target area for a wave 5 being between the 1.236 and the 1.618, pulled from the high of 3 to the low of wave 4, which we already tagged at the moment. Another target for a wave 5 is the 0.618, which is pulled from the low of 1 to the high of 3 to then the low of wave 4, and you can see that the white box is going to the 0.618 from the 1.236. So this area is a very important area, and if you want to see the price to be exact, between like 30.8k and 31.5k. Now price already tagged this area, and also inside this target box we have the range value area high, and that is the range value area high from a range in 2022, this one right over here. So you see the volume profile, the range value area high is basically the line that we tagged just now. And you also see the highs of the range in 2022. So we have a little bit of a double top over here, a little bit of liquidity at about 32.4k. So that is an interesting target, because if this would be the target box, the white box over here, if this would be the high of potentially a wave 3, and we might go into a wave 4, then for me the most likely target area is going to be somewhere around the highs of the range in 2022 before then a reversal, basically taking the liquidity before then eventually a move to the downside. But then again, you don't want to stand in front of a wave 3 as a common rule in Elliott Waves, because you have no idea how far it might go. Currently, we are ranging between the 1.618 and the 2 fib, but it might just continue going. If we do look at the volume though, of this then wave 3, and you can actually clearly see in the blue count that it is a wave 3 with the volume as well. We have a 1, 2, and then 3, and you can see wave 1, quite okay volume, wave 2, volume dying, that's what you want to see, and then in this wave 3, boom, volume going to the upside. That is exactly what you want to see in an impulsive structure. And if we then look inside this wave 3, you can see that this yellow wave 3 had by far at the moment the most volume. Then we had a wave 4, and then eventually now wave 5, and you can see that the volume is slowing down, which is also something that you want to see if we're looking at potentially a wave 5. But then again, never stand in front of a wave 3, no financial advice, but that's like an Elliott Wave kind of rule. If we then go to the micro scenario and see what's actually been happening, we also grab the volume over here. So currently what you can see is price has been moving to the upside, and potentially then this wave 5, right, to end the yellow wave 5 and then the blue wave 3. Now volume as far as it stands now is still increasing, so price moving to the upside and then volume increasing to the upside as well. Usually a bit of a bullish sign. However, a high volume peak can also be a potential reversal signal. So in this scenario, again, don't stand in front of a wave 3, but keep mindful of the fact that price will not always only continue to the upside. In this particular scenario, we had this corrective structure, an ABC or a WXY, doesn't matter for the target area, because that was the same with a double bottom over here. Potential long setup as mentioned in this area, stop loss below this wave C, where my main target was taking out the double top, because again, double tops and double bottoms, it's like a magnet for price. You can see grabbing the double bottom over here, grabbing the double top. We actually found a bit of resistance at this double top as well before we went through, and now found a little bit of support. So let's see if this support is gonna hold. Now, when I made my previous video, which was, let me see, the previous one I made last night was over here at 7, when price was ranging at this area, and price moved to the upside. move to the downside, and then push to the upside. And actually this one over here could have been a potential long scenario when looking at the CVD as well. So over here, price moved to the downside, creating bullish divergences between the range that we had over here and the low, a higher low in price, lower low in the CVD with the yellow line over here, which is a bullish CVD scenario where also if you pull the fibs from the low to the high, which is what I like to see, I have these three on my chart at the moment. And so the golden pocket area, the 786 and the 886, and as you can see, the 786 very nicely respected. First bouncing on the golden pocket, moving up, moving down towards the 786 for then the move to the upside. So this could have been then a potential scenario where the lows over here would have been the invalidation for the bullish divergence setup, because in a bullish environment, seeing bullish divergences is bullish, you know, for potential setups as well, for then a trade to the upside, of course. But I wasn't at this moment in front of my PC as well, but this is something that I see in hindsight. We also have some news today at 2:30. And that is, let's see, over here on Thursday at 2:30, oh, down here, Friday, Thursday, US retail sales M/M. No idea, I always just look at the red flags because red flags over here can create volatility. So make sure that around these times at 2:30, whatever you do, trade safe, have your plan, have your entry requirements, have your strategy ready to make sure you can cope with whatever is going to happen on the chart. So I hope this video was helpful or valuable to you. I'd like to thank you for watching and subscribing, and see you at the next one. Bye bye.